Hello everyone! Happy Sunday. Welcome to my page. My name's Amber. Tonight we're going to do this fun project, but we're also going to visit. We're going to hang out. And if you were on the replay, you can always skip ahead. Find yourself where you need to be. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a great night. I need to get my contraption here and see if I can get this set up properly. Get this thing hooked up, which I should have did moments ago and I didn't get it done. Hello everyone, I see you joining. What's up, Brenda? Hello friends. Hello everyone. Y'all, I am trying to recoup from our very busy few days. Oh gosh. Well, yesterday I spent all day, like hours. Hello, Christine. I spent hours setting up the phone that I'm currently using. Hopefully it's much better than the other one was. But it was like 8 hours. It was 8 hours just to like transfer everything over. Insanity. I have so much stuff on my phone. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, everyone. Hello, Nancy. Hi, you guys. For one, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm just now realizing at this very moment that I'm not sure that this thing's going to fit in my little stand here. This is my iPad stand. I got it on the Amazon. And if you turn this thingy, you can raise it up or down. And usually it works pretty great. But I had to get a new case. Because I needed my pencil to like go in the right spot to charge. But then I'm realizing that this is actually rather large. And hopefully it'll fit right in here, but we're about to find out. Will it fit? Will it fit? Will it fit? Oh, it looks like it might fit. Kind of, maybe not. No, I don't think it's gonna fit. We're just gonna have to make it work. It's not really fitting. Like it's not fitting. But the case is too cute. Y'all, it looks like a composition book. How do I transfer my stuff? There's actually, I have an iPhone. So I have an iPhone and my, if you don't have an iPhone, then you may not know what it does. But your iPhone, when you go to set it up, it'll ask you it'll prompt you on the screen. Let me pull this up really quick because I used to be able to multitask really well. And then I just couldn't. So let me do this really quick. Let me do this. Okay. I had to set the thing up so I can see the comments. It prompts you. You have an iPhone 12 Pro. This is a 15. I had a 14. I don't know what the 12 does, but I know if you get a newer phone, like a 15, it'll ask you to like, there's like a little, it almost looks like a holographic, like sparkly circle that kind of wisps around, and you hold your phone that you're your old phone, you like use the camera to like focus it in on that circle, and it like something syncs with it, and then it just wirelessly does it. I have this stand. I have this charging stand, and so I set my phone, my old phone, on the bottom to charge, and then I have the mag charger on the back of my case, and so I magnet it on, and they were like right there together, and so I just kept them on the charge literally for 8 hours, and it just wirelessly transfers everything. Also, update your phone to your iCloud. And then you can also set up your phone. Like if you get a new phone, back up your phone to your iCloud first, your old phone. And then when you get your new phone, you can you can set up your new phone from a backup. So it'll like, it'll prompt you, it'll ask you questions. It'll ask you the questions to kind of help you get started. iPhone 15 is amazing. I've only had it for like 2 months and it's been sitting in a box, and I'm like been dreading it because I just haven't had time to have like 8 hours where I'm not like on my phone, because especially like on the weekends, like y'all work from my phone also. So, all day today and yesterday, I was like logging. That's a downside though, is you have to log in to everything again. You have to redo your face, ID. And then, if you didn't save your passwords from like your old device, it won't move it over. So some of my passwords, I would say like, don't save, and it wouldn't save the password. So I'm like, oh my gosh. But I think I've got everything completely set up now. I think everything is set up. I had to reset a few passwords because I couldn't remember what they were. And, but yeah, it's actually really decent. It's really decent. So anyone who's getting a new phone, just follow the prompts. Back up your phone to your iCloud and it should be good. Hello, Julie Bowen. What is up, you guys? All right, so tonight we're doing the cathedral window shelf. I said I was going to do this. I thought I had it and I didn't have it. So, love the new phone. Yeah. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I have 8,000 videos, over 100,000 photos, and all on my phone. And these are photos that go back to when I painted furniture, like way back. So they're just like 100,000 photos of like past like projects I did back, you know, when I like painted furniture and would like take pictures of like before and after, and like videos, and just there's just so much there. But I never even really thought about that aspect of like cell phones and like photos. Like, y'all, who gets photos developed? Does anyone get photos developed anymore? Does anyone like go and like send your photos to like Walmart 1 hour photo? And like, I can't tell you the last time I got like a picture made, like for a photo album. And it's so very sad because I'm like, how far back in time do I need to go? And there's not like any photos. Everything is literally online. We live in a digital world. You do, Heather? Girl, I feel so irresponsible. Oh my gosh. You need to transfer laptop to computer on your picture, videos. Everything's backed up to the cloud. If the cloud ever disappears, we're in trouble. I am in trouble because my entire business, every photo, everything is backed up to the Apple iCloud. And some things are like backed up to like Google Photos. I think when I had my Android, everything from my Android days is in Google Photos. And then everything since I got an iPhone has like been backed up to like the iCloud. Oh gosh. I will randomly print some and put them in frames. I had to use zip drives to save all my photos. Do 29,000 to get 100 printed at a time. I really need to think about that. I really need to think about getting like pictures developed. You still do pictures, Teresa? That is amazing. I feel like stop while you're ahead. Stop while you're ahead. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You did at Christmas, a picture of your dad and your new great nephew named after him. Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. So, Michelle made magnets. Hold on, let me go get, I'm going to show them to you. Michelle made magnets. First of all, I got to show you this picture that Avery did. You guys probably saw it the other day when she did it. Let me, so wand, flip. There we go. So it won't be backwards. First of all, look at what Avery did. It's a music note, and it's Boppy and Avery with a little, I don't really know what this is. It kind of looks like a dragonfly or maybe a heart or a butterfly. But y'all, she did a music note, and then she wrote Boppy and then Avery. And this is what's on our refrigerator right now. She's so stinking sweet. But let me show you these. So this is when Avery was born. Y'all, can you even believe? Can you even believe? I had shorter colored hair. It's shorter colored hair. Look at that. So that was, look at how dark her hair was. Oh my gosh. This is when she turned 4. This was her when she was a baby. That's her on Halloween. That's her when she had the Spider-Man outfit. She was a chili pepper. That's her. I think she was like 2. And then that's her up there. So that's, Michelle got these for us. And then this one has Riley. So Riley, and then Riley. And that's the day that she came home and Avery was holding her and singing to her, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. That's her first birthday. This was our first Halloween with her. And then that was Avery with her sister too. Like, and then she's in a little bucket. She's sitting in a little bucket at her fireplace. So we have the photos. We have them. Do we do anything with them? No, we don't. I wish that I could just like flip through all of these memories and photos. And I'm like, gosh, I remember this. I remember all of this. So I was really glad when, like, these are the gifts that are meaningful, you know, those are the meaningful gifts. Oh, how sweet, right? I'm going to flip this back because it's kind of confusing to me. Let me clean my camera a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit better. So sorry. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but maybe it will. I don't know. Love the pictures. Yes. Riley is adorable. She really is. She really, truly is. I use an app called Free Prints. You get so many free per month and they're great. Terry? No Sawyer yet. No. How much longer till the brother comes? She goes back to the doctor on Wednesday or Thursday. She'll be 39 weeks. And I think Michelle said that at 39 weeks that the doctor, that she could go ahead and get induced on Thursday. So I don't know if she's going to do that. I think she's kind of waiting to see what's happening. But most likely Thursday, she'll probably opt to be induced. So probably, unless she has that baby sometime between Monday to Thursday, most likely we will either have a baby Thursday night or probably like late Friday, like Thursday night, which would probably creep into Friday. I don't know. Did you know about something called Free Prints?
Yeah, I have it.
You do?
Yeah, because I got those pictures off of my page.
I was just telling them how it took 8 hours for my phone to transfer, and I have like 100,000 photos, and I'm like, I feel so bad that I don't even have like prints. Yeah. Like everything is in the cloud.
You get like good deals too, like on the bigger sizes, and like you can like change the.
I feel like I just want the ones that you used to get back in the day, just like the regular size pictures.
Yeah, I have like a little box. They come in a little box, and they're like, I forget the size they are. But yeah, they're just regular.
Like a 5x7 or a 4x6. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I need to look into that. I need to do it. Everyone says hello, April.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not. Let me look.
What kid is it? Oh, it shouldn't be.
You just noticed that your follow years turned to 4. Oh my gosh, really? That's awesome. She having a boy or a girl? She's having a boy. Let me click. Oh, let's open. Hang on, y'all. Let me click on this. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing something. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. I'm not missing it. I thought I was missing it, but I'm not missing it. All right, so this one was requested, and so we're crafting this one tonight. Tomorrow we're going to do, tomorrow's Monday. Normally I don't craft on Mondays, but I didn't craft Friday. Maybe tomorrow we'll do the churches. I have the churches here. These are new. These were also requested, and they're just sitting there. So maybe we'll do that. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday, friends. Sprinkled the love. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We had a good trip and a great visit.
Yes, we did.
She had the best time.
We did.
So we got there at 3:50.
Yes.
To Macon, to the hotel. Oh my God. I have to show you.
Oh.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I've got to show you the video. The video. Oh my God. Okay, first of all, I need to turn up my volume. At the hotel, okay, before I show you the video, we got to the hotel, we checked in, April booked the room. I had no idea, like, she said where we were going. We put in the address, we get there, and we were like, oh, this kind of looks like a new hotel. Wow, it's back here off the beaten path. Mm-hmm. It was a Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
And we get there, and I'm like, oh, the second floor is frigid Arctic.
It was freezing.
It was freezing, which she absolutely loved.
I loved it.
And I was like, normally I would love that, but I am a little bit past thank goodness I'm like past the hot flashes. So we get to the room. The room was 215.
Yep.
She swipes her little card, opens the door, and I'm thinking, is this some custom tile? Is this some custom tile? It looks like that wood grain tile. It looks textured. Wait a second, that don't look right. Okay. First of all, it don't look right. The floor was wavy.
Yes.
And bouncy.
Yes.
And powdery. I'm not kidding when I tell you this. I was like, I cannot even walk around here with
crunchy.
It was crunchy too. Yes. Okay. So I took a video right before we left. I was like, no one's going to believe this. Okay. So I took a video. Let me hold on. Let me pause this. I'm going to turn it up.
It almost looks like it could be.
Hold on. Oh,
This is our floor.
hold on. How do I pause it?
The pause button.
Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me show you. Okay. This is the floor. Okay. Do you see how even just the glare, you can see how it looks kind of like is it that fancy wood tile? No one really knew when you walked in. This is the day we were leaving. So this is the next day. We're about to leave. We're ready to go. And I'm like, oh no, I got to film this. Okay. So just try to listen and follow along. Okay.
This is our floor. It almost looks like it could be high-end tile. And then you realize that it's not. And then there's dirt. It's smoking. It's powdery. It's ridiculous is what it is. Like, let me come over here and show you. Do you see? This is what we walked into. What is this? What is this? It's the whole floor. And then right here.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's like
My son came in the room and thought he had something stuck to his shoe. He kept looking at his shoe. I'm like, no, it's the floor.
So much for like, oh, that looks like a nice floor. No, it is not. Anyways. I'd show you. But wait, there's more. Hold on. Because I took photos. Y'all. We did not know what we were walking into.
No.
Oh gosh. Okay, let me show you. There's the floor. Okay, let me zoom in. This is what was smoking. Like, do you see this? Those are my shoes. Like, this is the floor.
But it's crazy. The whole floor sounded like that.
Yeah, the
almost
whole.
Like they laid it.
It's like, who signed off on this job? Like, what? What is this?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Yeah.
We had a great visit.
Yeah.
We had a great visit. I tried to like Holiday and Wear and Macon. Yes. Yes. I am not making this stuff up.
Yeah. Everything else was sufficient.
Yeah. Everything else. Yeah, she's right. Everything else was like, you walk in and the guy's like super friendly. He's like, oh, what did he say?
The lobby was very nice.
You're a rewards. You're an exclusive some sort of member.
A rewards member. You know what that means? I signed up for the rewards. Literally, it's nothing important.
I don't know what it meant, but the guy was so nice, and I was like, "Oh, you picked a great place."
I didn't pick it; they did.
Oh, it was where they were staying.
I just booked where they booked. Yeah.
So, looks like the underlayment is come undone. Maybe the builder built. Maybe my builder built that. I wonder if he travels. Oh, no walking barefoot. I was like, we are not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. So I kept my socks on the bed so that when I had to get up and like go to the bathroom, I could put my socks on and like walk on the floor. Y'all, it was. But anyways, she had a great visit.
I did.
I was drawing on my iPad while they were visiting, trying to like, I don't know, not be there, but be there.
Yeah, it was fine that you were there, but yeah.
Her daughter almost put a hole in the wall.
Yes.
She was playing with the VR.
So my son brought his VR headset.
The Oculus.
Because he is making video games and he wanted to show me his video game that he made on this thing. So she had to turn and she a little overexcited.
She had it on and she's like doing all the things and like there's the opening like as you go to the door.
It was a very small amount of space that they had.
Yeah, it was not a lot of space. So, but anyways, they had a great visit.
Yeah.
April, you should be proud of yourself. So proud of you.
I'm so proud.
I am so proud of her too. So proud. We all are.
So proud.
Let me turn this down.
Is it going to repeat that over and over?
No.
I should play that in my ear all the time. So proud. We all are. So proud.
That's your new ringer?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Where in Macon? I don't know. River something drive.
Yeah. We were right by the Urban Air, and
yeah,
that's really all I know.
Yeah. Your grandson always hits everything with his VR on. Well, I mean, Riverside Drive, yes. Riverside Drive. All right, you guys, we're going to take on this here contraption. It's super duper cute. Now there is a larger version of this. I did not cut the larger version. I cut the medium size version. The other version is a little bit taller and I have thought about putting the larger size in there, but we don't do a whole lot of super mega larger stuff. So I felt like this is kind of, would fit in a little area. It would go like on a shelf somewhere. It just makes really cute thing that has like tiers that you can add stuff to it. Plus, some of our kits that have the hook system, you can use with this because it has these little hooks. It's made by the same designer, so it's all the same designer. How old are her kids? They're 14 and 15, right? Yeah, they're 14 and 15. Yep, they are older. They're on a cruise at this point in time. All right, so I had an idea. What did I do with my paint? I want to do this a gray with a whitewash or white with a gray wash. I think I'm going to do a gray with a whitewash for this, but I also was thinking, ooh, this would be really cool to do like an accent color, but I want it to be kind of neutral. So I don't have a lot of gray things, but gray would go really good with some of the stuff in my house. I have a lot of wood tones, blacks, whites. I have some gray pots and stuff like that. So I'm just looking around. I'm like, I have a lot of like wood tones. And so I thought that that color would be really good. Hello, everyone. I see you joining. Welcome, welcome. I missed you guys. I missed y'all so much. And we're going to do a sponge to apply the gray, and then we're going to whitewash with a white. Y'all, there's not a lot to this. Mostly it's the assembly. Excuse me. It's mostly putting it together that some of y'all might have had challenges with. So I'm going to add a little bit of baking soda as I paint this. Now, my pieces fit kind of tight. Like, they fit kind of tight in here. But I think I have room to add some texturing and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got my gray. I've got my sponge. And I'm just going to apply it. There's a frame. Wait a second, y'all. Wait a second. I believe I'm missing something here. I believe I am missing something. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Let me double check. I feel like I could be, but I'm not really sure. Click that link. Maybe I'm not. No, it's just me. It's just me. I'm not missing anything. Whoops. There we go. I'm back. Forgot to finish placing your order yesterday for the daily deal. Yeah, so we have a new daily deal today. It is the Autumn Girl, I believe. What is the daily deal? What is today's daily deal? Yesterday was a planter, which I think we only had 9 of those left. Come on. Yeah, it's the Standing Autumn Girl. So Michelle had a great idea this time when we did our daily deals to do stuff that was not just like in season, but to do something that was great throughout the year. So we've done some Halloween, we've done some Christmas. She has picked patriotic stuff. She has done big stuff, little stuff. And the Autumn Girl is today's, and if you're not sure what that looks like, let me show you really quick before we get started. It is this one. This one is the Standing Autumn Girl Gnome. It's $9.50. And it's daily deal until tomorrow at 9 a.m. So our daily deals, rather than us staying up to like midnight trying to like change everything, we just set them to change at 9 o'clock in the next morning. So it goes 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. So that is the daily deal. I seen where someone added baking powder to their paint for texture. Yes, you can add it directly and mix it in. I like to sprinkle it because I feel like it gives it a little bit more of a textured look. And so I'm going to sprinkle it on. We also added the baking soda to the antique lock. Let me go get that and I'll show it to you because it's really cool. Let me show you the antique lock. This is, so you probably can't, you can see it better in the photos, but it really looks super corrosive and it's very textured and it just looks really good. But this is what it looks like and this is what we did to it. And it's probably one of my favorite crafts. And you just kind of have to see it and zoom in to like get the full, like just look at this. Like the key part is so awesome. But yeah, sprinkling the baking soda on definitely gives it a different look versus just adding it into your paint. So anyways, let's get started with this. I know everyone is like totally anticipating, like get a move on it, sis. I'm working on it. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to put some of this baking soda into a bowl. And we do not cook with this. It's just for crafting because I put it right back in the container. And so there's probably chunks of stuff in there. But we're going to do it. Yeah. So, I've loaded up my sponge. That way when we dry brush that white on, we're going to have some texture. So I've loaded up my sponge. Oh, I almost put it right in the baking soda. And I'm just going to start applying it. And there is a little scored out area if you wanted to like create a two-tone effect, you can do that as well. But I'm just gonna apply a generous amount of paint. So I really wanted this to look like a really cool look. This would have been cool to do it like the antique lock, but y'all, I just don't have the energy for that tonight. I wish I did, I wish I did. But I don't know, I've been so tired. I have not slept well at all. Not really sure why. Who knows? Who knows? All right, I'm just bouncing it on. And before it dries, I'm gonna add that baking soda. And I'm just going to start sprinkling it on while the paint is wet. So keep your paint wet. That way you don't miss anything. Just keep it going. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. How's everyone's Sunday going? The girls were over. I took the Riley bug out on the four-wheeler. She wanted to ride the four-wheeler so bad, and when she found out that we needed gas and my husband had to go to the gas station, she was not very patient. All right, take your baking soda and just start generously like applying it onto your paint. And it may not seem like it's gonna make a difference, but it is, because we're gonna add another coat of paint on top of this. And if you have like a shaker, you can apply it with a shaker as well. Like a salt shaker or something like that. And then I'll take my paper and put this right back into my little bowl here. And we'll just keep reusing it. I'm trying to go quickly, since my paint is drying rather fast. Move quickly. Now Now you could, like I said, you can add the baking soda directly to your paint and apply it that way. You're just gonna get a chalky paint finish. I don't know, I feel like there's just something about like different layers of stuff that just adds a really fun and cool effect. So I'm gonna do it like this. All right, I'm gonna get another thing of paper and I'm gonna push down and like push it in maybe a little bit more and see if that makes a difference. Do I know if it'll make a difference? I don't. It might do absolutely nothing. All right, let me set that aside. Let's lift this up, tap it off. Get this brush. Y'all, it's a process for sure. And then I'm just gonna go over this. It's gonna knock most every bit of this off, but some of the areas it's gonna leave it behind and be a little more chunky because it wasn't, see how it didn't really stick very good there? It's because it was more dry. So we're gonna get some uneven areas. And then I'm gonna go right back over this. So it kind of looks like that. And this time I'm gonna work in sections. That way it doesn't dry as fast. And then we're gonna take this and pour it right back into that container. And we're gonna use it again. All right, let's get our paint. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more of that gray for this. Maybe, probably. All right, so while it still looks just like this, I'm gonna go right back over this. Hello, everyone. Home care is hard. I don't know what's happening. Pray for your cat. Stella, she's 16 and not feeling good. Oh gosh. Well, I wonder what's going on with your little kitty cat. I wonder what's going on? Something must be going on. Hello, Anna. Yes, Brittany, her Craspirational, her name's Brittany. She is such a sweetheart. She's very sweet. So I'm gonna add baking soda while it's still wet. And I'm gonna try not to put my sponge in that paint. I'm going to add paint with my sponge, and we're gonna work in the next section. And apply it. So sprinkle, sprinkle. We're gonna really notice this when we apply the white dry brushing. It's gonna be, it'll be more noticeable. All right, let's keep working our way around. Again, it's just a matter of preference. Let's add that onto here. Just like that. And it should adhere really good with the paint that's wet. You can also use Mod Podge, like mix a little Mod Podge in your paint and it'll help it stick even more. All right, we're gonna do the top portion. I'm gonna try to work a little bit quicker. So it stays super wet. Y'all, this baking soda makes it want to dry really fast. I'm sure there's a method to this, like other methods that you could use. This is certainly not the only way. All right. All right, let's get this up here. Really good. And if you wanted to, it's kind of like we did the antique lock. You could apply Mod Podge right over this. And it's just going to make it get really gummy and stick a lot more. And it's going to create that corrosive look. It's just going to be really cool. All right, let me add that wax paper. Push. I kind of like the way that this looks. We might do this finish with our paint, like our white paint. I kind of like even the way that this looks. It's really cool. All right, let's tap this. So the thing that we're trying to achieve is a textured paint and a really cool finish. So let me scrape most of this off. You probably will not be able to see this because it's very fine detailed texture, but I can totally see it. Like it's just a really cool look and you could feel it. All right, you can't, you can see it. You can see the texture. You can see it. I know you can. It just looks really good. All right, I'm gonna go around this edge. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. That looks really good. The exception of the paint in the little grooves. I need a wipe. Hold on, let me figure out where my wipes are. I don't know. I'll just get another package. I'm pretty sure they're probably floating around here somewhere with these kids. It's just really collected right there, and I don't like that. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let that set. Excuse me. And I'm gonna put this back in that bowl, and we're just gonna keep using it. We might have to add more because our bowl's getting a little low. The craft tonight is gonna be gorgeous. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, I gotta scoot my chair. All right, so next, we have our other pieces, which is basically all of this. And we're gonna do the same thing we did with everything else. We're just gonna start dabbing and painting, dabbing and painting. I just wanna make sure that everything's going where it is supposed to go. So this goes on the bottom. This goes on the bottom. This goes on the bottom, like this. This goes on the top, like so. This goes on, hang on. Yeah, this goes on top. This goes on like this. Yes, okay, so this is how we need to paint it. Just making sure I'm doing it the right way. We're gonna do the same application that we did before. I'm gonna do it really heavy. I'm gonna apply that baking soda. Okay, baking soda it is, right over here on this one. And that can be drying while we do everything else. So that's a good start. All right, let's do these. So for this one, I don't want to get too much in those little openings because that's where the little slots of our decorative pieces go. So I don't want to load them up too much. But I do want to put the baking soda on there. So let's add that. I really think it's gonna turn out super cute. All right, let me turn that and fit it right over there. Let's do this one. We just have to be really careful about our tabs because we don't want them to get too thick and then they won't fit into the opening. So I'm gonna probably have to sand those down if they get too textury. All right, let's do this here. And I was just thinking, like, this is a shelf, so you can put literally anything on it. Hello, Cheryl Miller. Cheryl's coming in hot. She's late. It's okay. She's forgiven. I know Sundays is a typical, like Sunday nights are typically super busy for like people who are like crafting or doing something because people are like winding down from the weekend and everybody's kind of on their phones, or maybe they're not, you know, but they're getting ready for their next week. All right. It is a process, I will say that. You definitely need a little bit of patience, but it's fun if you want to, you know, dig in stuff and like feel like you're a chemist a little bit. It's just, it's a lot of fun. All right, let's do this last one. And then we're going to do the underside of the top shelf because we'll be able to see that depending on like if you put something, if this is higher or on a higher surface. You definitely don't want to have the underside to be unfinished. All right, I need some more baking soda. Just a little. And this stuff I got at Kroger. It's just from the baking aisle. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and start removing it from these other ones. And you can see how that one looks. It's a really cool look. Okay, and then we're gonna reapply our paint and do it one more time. This is still wet, so let me push this in a little bit. There's that one. And then let me do the same to this one, since I just did this one. I think that if you don't have a lot of like the expensive texture paint, you can DIY it. You can make it yourself. You can try to like figure out what you can add to your paint to create different textures and finishes. And baking soda is really good. Plaster of Paris is another one that's a great thing to add. It's kind of a carcinogen, so just keep that in mind. If you use plaster of Paris, don't breathe it in. Please wear a mask because that stuff can be really dangerous. We used to use that to make chalk paint for furniture back in the day, and you just don't want to breathe it. So just be really careful. I'm gonna add a little more paint, and we're gonna do the next coat. I told you guys, this is not a super like intriguing, it's just the transformation. You could probably add cornstarch. That's a good question. I've never used cornstarch, so I don't really know for sure. But you most likely could. I'm gonna paint this kind of over here so I can let this one start drying. Probably. I don't know, I've never used it, so maybe. I know it might gum up a little bit more than baking soda because it's like a thickening agent. I really don't know. I don't know what the answer would be. Maybe Google it and see if somebody else has done that. That's probably something I would do. Google and see if someone else has done it. Yeah, the Mod Podge, adding it to this would be another added like bonus. All right, this is the one we're gonna have to paint the underside of, but we're gonna go ahead and do this side, and then we'll do this one last. With the little scrolly parts. Just gonna quickly add my paint. I'm gonna add that baking soda right there. I'm kind of being a little heavy with it because I want to make sure that it settles. We'll just brush off the excess. And I'm going to push this in while it's still wet. Just a little bit more. And let that dry. All right, then we have these pieces. It's kind of hard to see with the front camera. I usually get a better detailed look when I flip my camera around and you can see it from the better camera. This selfie camera is not the greatest. And I love the details. I love to look at, like zoom in and like, obviously I like to zoom in and look at all the details. super detailed. All right, this one. It's a lot of back and forth, just repeating the same thing, moving kind of quick. And this one, and then we're gonna do our little scrolls over there. And I think what we're gonna do is put it together, and then we're gonna do our white. We'll do our white after we put it together, so we can kind of see how it looks. Sometimes I don't do that. I'll paint it first, but I feel like it's a good idea to do it that way. All right, so I'm gonna let those dry, and I'm gonna dust off these two so we can start painting the underside of this one. And you could see I've not used my dryer to dry this. I've just kind of let the baking soda kind of help kind of be a part of the drying process. And so you can see like how this one looks. It looks really cool. It looks crusty. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Last night I spent, y'all are not gonna believe it. So there's a lady, her business is called A Pinch of Salt. Her name's Carrie. I met her at Brooke's business thing that I went to back when my husband went with me in Nashville. I think it was the first one I went to. I met her. I didn't really get to talk to her, but, you know, kind of very briefly. But we did get to chat and, you know, just connect. So I was on the phone with her last night for 5 hours. 5 hours. It was a lot, but I feel like she wanted to reach out and she was like, oh, she never did. And then she reached out and I was like, why would you not just like message me? Like, I would love to talk to you. So we talked for hours. We talked about business stuff, life stuff. And I told her, I was like, you have to start crafting things. You have to start doing videos. And so she's like, I'm gonna try. So if you guys follow her, you should check her out. She does similar things. She has laser cut stuff. She does like wood cutouts. She just is, she's a smaller team and things, but I think it's just really cool that we get to like chat and connect even with people who are like our competitors. Her name is Carrie and her business is A Pinch of Salt. So I was on the phone so long yesterday. My husband was probably like, what in the world is she doing? I was like, we're in our vibe. We're in our vibe. I was talking to your vet, tech friend. Oh gosh. I hope everything's okay. I really hope everything's okay. All right, I need to get that one piece and flip it over and paint it. All right, so you see how I'm starting to get little crusty things and little pieces. I'm just gonna keep reusing it. I'm not throwing it away. It's not gonna make a difference. In fact, it's gonna add a little bit more character to what we're doing. All right, then we have these little pieces here and we need to do both sides. Okay, so we're gonna do both sides of these and then the underside of this one. So this one, we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna do the bottom side. So let's get that one going really quick. And I'm just still using, I've got a mix of like the baking sodas in here, but we're just gonna do it. A pinch of salt. How do you spell it? It's a pinch of salt. The way that it's spelled. She does not do dollar store crafts. She specifically does, she does a lot of ornaments. Her stuff's just really cute. And we all have our own style, which is what's really fun. Let me push that in there. All right, and then I'm gonna do those scrollies over there. And then we're gonna start gluing it together. I'm not gonna sand it. I'm not gonna do any of the above. All right, let's get them scrolls. She's telling her what Stella is doing and what my gut says. She thinks she's the same thing. That is a kidney thyroid issue. Oh, irreversible. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I am so very sorry to hear that. Gosh. I don't know if there's like testing they can do, like blood tests maybe, or ultrasounds. Gosh. I hate to see animals suffer, and I just do. I think that it's just really difficult. You just want them to be happy. And healthy. All right, last two. And we're gonna flip them after we do this one more time. It's a lot of processes of layers, but like I said, for anyone that's just jumping on or is not sure, you just have to do one layer and then brush it off and then do like the next layer. And I still leave it really saturated like that. Which, since that's the underside, I might, let me put that back on there so I can push it in. We'll have to do the other side of this. But it's gonna be so worth it. The baking soda is adding texture. It's creating a texture in the paint. So it's gonna have a little bit of a rough, these are already almost dry. So you can really start to see like what's happening with our paint. And you can see like right through here. You can really pick it up in the really super noticeable areas. Like this side, you can see how it's looks kind of textured. It's just got some character. All right, let's do this one. And then we will repeat this process one more time. Oh, put this back in the bowl. gonna do this side, I think, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Just because I want it to be uniform, go ahead and do that. All right, let's let that one dry. And I think I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just flip these over and do this side. I probably shouldn't skip corners because I really don't know if it's gonna end up the same. Let's put that right in there again. And I went with a gray instead of like a brown because I really wanted it to have a really unique look. Like maybe it was metal. If someone didn't know what it was made out of, maybe they would think it is. Or like it's plaster coated. If you have texture paint, you can use that, but I'm going with this. I'm doing this. I feel like I need to just do it on this other side. Just go for it. I think you'll appreciate the outcome. I feel like a magician. It's just cool. It's really cool. Like we're working magic. We're just wonders of the world. Plus, this is going to be something that's used, you know, throughout the year. I want it to be really like higher end looking. Like I really did something like more custom with it. And so I really want it to match the other stuff in my house. And so that's why I'm really giving this a really cool look. I just think it's gonna look good. You can't go wrong. I mean, look at these. They just look really cool. They're really starting to come along. And we'll add, like I said, we'll do the little extra things. Once we get it together, we're gonna know exactly where we want to put stuff. Give it our little special touch that we do. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I just painted both sides and I'm just gonna sprinkle this on, flip it over, do it on this side. And like I said, there's a bigger version of the shelf. I just didn't make it. I mean, if y'all want the larger version, you're gonna have to let me know. Otherwise, I'm not gonna cut the bigger version. Hello, how's my craft building coming along? It's not. We just got our storage unit empty today. I didn't do anything. My husband did. He went to the storage unit and he emptied it. Part of our storage unit is still sitting in our trailer. We have to get, like, we've had a lot of rain, so we don't want to anchor the building down while it's like super wet. So it is what it is. It's sitting out there. I'll get to it eventually, but anyways. All right, so I'm gonna keep this right here on standby just in case we need it. I'm gonna put this back in that bowl and then we're gonna put it into that box and we're just gonna pour this right back in. And we're gonna just use it in the future. Ooh. You can just mix it up with what's in there. All right, this is the condition of my box. My baking soda. I don't know what the date is on this thing. Used by April 10th of 2025. I mean, I feel like it's good. I feel like we're good. It is super crusty on my hands though, I will say that. All right, let's use this one. All right, now we're gonna start putting this together. Now that everything is painted, I'm gonna get my sandpaper just so I can sand our little tabs in case we need to. So this one goes up here. And I think I'm gonna have to sand it down to get it to fit in our little openings. You could go the extra mile and tape those off if you want to, but I didn't do that. I don't know if it'll fit in there now or not. I mean, it should. So you can see, once I sanded that down, it went in just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out and I'm gonna add some glue. Even though it's tight, I want it to stay stuck together. So I'm gonna add my glue right here. Not on the top part of our tabs. And it really doesn't matter which way it goes. Let's do it this way. You can paint the back too if you want to. All right, this one goes in the bottom. And I'm gonna have to sand this as well. I was afraid of that. go ahead and fit that. There we go. Fits good. Pull that out. There we go. All right, now this part right here gets this one. So this piece here goes right here. I'll turn it to the side so you guys can see it. The glue I'm using is Stick Fast. So this goes at the bottom. I want to make sure that this is going to be correct. This is going to go in the bottom here. I'm going to sand these. And then I'm going to test it. You can see how it pushed the little corrosion bits a little bit. But I'm going to add a little bit of glue and put that right back in there. So you just have to have a little patience when you put it in there. Okay. And that's going to create the front, how it stands, just like so. So you can see how it's coming along. So this is like the bottom. Then you have like the top shelf. And want to make sure that everything is going together properly. All right, let me set that aside and I'll come back to that one. All right, so this here, you need to separate your pieces. This one is going to go at the top. Just like this, it's gonna go over the top here. We're not gonna glue that on yet. And then this one's gonna go on the bottom. And that is how you're going to attach these into these little pieces here. So there's an underside slot and then there's the below slot, okay? So let me just show you. So see how this has connection here? This has connection up here. You can see how this connects to here, and then this one connects to here. So you need to figure out which parts go where. And you're gonna see this one has the larger like tab, and then it's got the two pieces. So this one goes on the top, and then this one also goes on the top. And it's gonna go over there. I'm just gonna set those there. And then this one goes on the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and test these, the placement of these on the bottom before I glue it on. And I'm probably gonna have to sand these down because they are very coated with all that stuff. I want them to fit. And I'm going to take my little tool and I'm just going to go in the opening and just kind of clear it out just a little bit. Just to make sure everything is going to go in the little openings. I'm going to sand the ends of these, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. Okay, so see how I sanded those? Sanded those, and you can see it on both sides. And then I just kind of like scored out the opening, and you can see there's like crusty stuff in there. I just want to clear it out. And then the prongs go towards the back. So this goes in the front. And it fits right in there just like so. And then this is going to attach to the back. And we're not gluing this down yet. We're just going to test fit things. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. There's not a lot of space to glue to. So I'm just going to add a little glue on the sides so it'll catch to it. And then stick that in there, and it should be good. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Scoop these out. Sand our little pieces. And I'm moving these around a lot, and our finish is still staying really textured. So I think that that's a great sign. I think we're going to be able to maintain our outcome. And I actually like this without the white. But we'll see. We'll see how it looks in the end. And once that dries, we're going to test fit these two back prongs. All right, let's test this one. That it slides right in there like so. And we're going to pull that out and we're going to glue it in. So I'm not gluing the end of the tab, I'm putting glue on the side of it. And then I'm just pushing it into the little opening. So now it looks like that. So this is how I have assembled. Oh, y'all, look at how that glue is reacting with that baking soda. Do you see that? That's kind of crazy. I've never seen that before. It's like foamy. That's just weird. It's like it puffed up. Interesting. Oh, it's doing it on this side too, like on the inside. That's pretty interesting. It's like a little science experiment. Be careful, y'all. Be careful. That's all I can say is just be careful. All right, so down here, I'm gonna go ahead and slide this in before I add any glue here or to these. I'm just gonna test it and make sure that it's gonna fit properly. So I'll just pull those aside. I just wanna stick them on here. See how everything's going to work. That one slides in good. This one slides in sort of. Okay. So see how this is separating here? We want to glue this to it, but we also want to make sure that this is good and tight in that little opening there on the back. So the assembly is going great. Okay, I'm just gonna take this off and add the glue back now. So I'm gonna add glue to those little tabs, and then I'm gonna add glue to the bottom of this. So glue, we're probably gonna get a reaction now that we see what's happening on the sides. I think we're gonna get a reaction out of this. So I'm just gonna be prepared for something to happen, because this is gonna have direct contact with all of that. All right, so let me go ahead and get this one going over here. Try to work a little quickly. And then I'm gonna spin this around and I'm gonna hold this at the bottom so it'll start to stick. Hello, hello, hello. I see you guys. Happy Sunday. I mean, nothing's happening so far. So far, so good. But now we have our bottom. Our bottom is like attached now, so it's good. And it's more solid and stable than it was before. I don't see any weird, bizarre happenings. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this paint to the bottom. And then on the side. And then on this side. And so now we've got our edges are kind of covered. And then our little scroll work, I'm just gonna do right over the fronts and tops where we didn't do the edges. Just like so. I really like how it looks. I actually really like this finish, believe it or not. It kind of seems really fun. I love it. This is why I wanted to put it together first. Oh gosh. It's all like gummy on my hands. I'm really gonna have to scrub those. All right. So the next part is the underside here. So this just is a cover that goes over the top. So this is not, like, we can do that last, but now we're gonna focus on this little slot here and these two little prong areas here. Okay, let's go ahead and sand our little wider tab. And then our two little tiny ones. Flip it. And then we're just gonna test fit. I'm gonna make sure that my little openings kind of cleaned out. And then my little area up here. Is ready to receive what we are about to put in there. All right, so this one goes with the wider prong upward, and it's gonna go in like that. So you're gonna need to have some flexibility here and apply these kind of like at an angle, kind of get them started, and then wedge this kind of in to that opening. Just like that. So we're gonna take that back out and add our glue and reset it. But I'm not gonna do that yet until I get the other one, just to make sure that I can kind of do them both at the same time before this side dries. And then I don't really have very much flexibility on the other side. So we go ahead and sand this one. So it looks like that once I get it sanded. You can see both sides. And it's really keeping its finish, like that texture. It's really looking cool. All right, let's fit this one. So this one's gonna go same way. I'm gonna stick it in that opening there. And wiggle it in. Here we go. So it fits really good. And then we could just put that cover piece on there. So I'm gonna take these back out, add my glue, and reapply them. So a little glue on the edge, little prongs. And apply this one. And refit it back in there. Add the glue to this one. And fit it back in there. This side has a little bit of trouble, but there's so much stuff on there. I'm determined to make it work. There we go. Well, that only took a second. Use my little tool. If you have trouble with yours, and you do this, just, clean out your little grooves. But y'all added a lot of texture, but it seems to be pretty good. It's fine. We have that weird reaction that's happening. That's the thing. It's whatever that baking soda glue reaction is, it's very noticeable. All right, and now I'm gonna glue this right on to the top here. This is our top cover. just gonna put that right on top. Just kind of push down. Yeah, that weird, you can see it. I don't know if you guys can see, like right there, had the little white foamy looking stuff. And like up in that, don't you see right there? And that, it's whatever that reaction is. It has to be a chemical, it's a chemical reaction. Even though it's baking soda, something is reacting, whether it's the paint. I've never seen it react to paint like that. So the only thing I can think of is it has to be the baking soda. So just use caution. So weird. It just scrapes off though. Do you see it? What? I'm like, what is that? And it's real crystally. It's a thing. Well, it's glued together now, so we should be good. Get my, it's like collected on my tool here. Maybe baking soda absorbing the extra glue. I don't know. It could be. It could be. Well, this is what we've got. I'm going to add that paint on our edge here. I actually kind of like this. I just really kind of like it the way it is. I was going to add some white, but I feel like it's really fun. It's really cute. All right, let me do our edge. And I'm just using the paint that's left over. We use quite a bit of paint on this. It could be the reaction from the, like the excess, like baking soda. Could be. That's a pretty smart thought. Oh, this is really cute. I like how it looks. That would be cool crackled. Yes. Yes, I would have to agree. All right, I do want to paint my hooks gray. I'm just going to go over them lightly. And I'm just going to do one coat. So there's little hooks that go on to the front of this piece here. If you have any of our, I call them the box base inserts, like for the barn, the truck, the tall house, if you have any of those, this doesn't have the round opening for the little round circle that goes in, but all of your other pieces should be able to layer on here, and your sign will hang on the front of this. So this is compatible with all of those inserts. So I'm going to show you how this little hook goes right like on the front there. I know that the signs change in size, so you might not want to leave this on here to dry, but I'm just going to leave it on there for right now. I'll peel it off. Hello, Carrie Fox. What's up? Girl, it has been so long. Goodness gracious. How are you doing? It's also crooked, so my spacing is not right, but you get the idea. But this is the little hooks. You can hang your little sign, and it'll go across here. And I'm gonna leave this the way it is. I'm gonna show you how it turned out, how the finish turned out. Could you put hooks on it to hang on the wall? Yes. So you could put, you could literally put 2 tiny little nails like right here if you wanted to, and like put this on the wall if you wanted. You could absolutely do that. You could glue. I would definitely use some stick fast to glue. If you wanted to glue like a sawtooth hanger on there, you could do that as well. Or you could just, it's not that heavy, and you're not going to load it up with super heavy stuff. But I wanted to show you some ideas for this. Let me get my phone off of here. And first, let me show you guys how this turned out. And then I'm going to show you what you can put on this. All right. So do you see the textured finish? I don't even know how to get y'all to see it. It's so good. It's so good on the texture. It's not just, like, I'll have to capture it with a photo for you guys to see, like, just how it's wanting to focus on everything else but the thing it needs to focus on. Like, it's wanting to focus down here, and I want it to focus, like, up here. Come on, phone. Like, focus. I'll have to take a picture when I can, like, use my internal camera and, like, zoom in on this thing. But it is really a lot of fun. Okay, so I have this idea. So I've got, like, all these little things on my tier tray over here. And I'm going to use some of these as in, like, an example. I'm going to pull out my chair. And I'm going to show you. Okay. So this is our shelf. And now we've got our little, like, bunny. You can put a bunny on here. Now, this is a larger bunny. You could put your smaller little bunny on here. You could put you a little plant on here. Like, you could not put a bunny, and you could just put, like, the bunny butt. You could put you, like, a little coffee house sign. Put you, like, this. I have this little teapot that would be really cute to go on there. Like, you could do this. It's just so fun. And then you could take and put this, like, let me show you. Like, I have this spot over here where I just moved that lock from. And we can put this right over here. Like I was telling you, like, I have a lot of, like, gray stuff. It's just really cute. And then I have my little, I took a picture of this here. Like, it doesn't go there. But, we're getting ready to clean, like, all of this stuff out and reset it with the next holiday. But it's just really cute. It's not super big. And I've put different things on here that are not related to anything else. But if you have that other inserts, you could use them on here. You can incorporate them. You can break them up into the pieces, because a lot of our bases, everything kind of goes in the one little slot, but you could incorporate it into like spreading it out. And so this is our little shelf. I'm going to scoot it forward so you guys can see. How fun is that? It's just super cute. And yes, I still have the tape on my teapot because I don't want to lose the lid. It's really cute. So absolutely cute. So I just wanted to show you like one of the ways that you could decorate with this. Like you could take this off and then just kind of put your little coffee house sign up there if you wanted to. Put the bar sign on, like swap it, and then like put another plant like over here if you wanted to. And just really change it up. Maybe spread it out, twist this around. It's just really cute. So I got these at Target, these little signs. I also got this, I believe at Target. I think I got this at Target. It's a cute little teapot. It actually works. And these are from IKEA. I love these. They're just really fun to like put on a tier tray. And then could put this up here. You could do this down below if you wanted to. Stick your little teapot down here. And then you could put your little plant up top. Like you can totally change it up. Let me come over here and get this. So I have the salt and pepper. I have this little salt and pepper set. And I can stick this in there if I wanted to. The little coffee house. I can put the plant down here if I wanted to do that. Put our little bunny and then do another little plant up top and like change it up like that. Like there's so much versatility and like how you could, you know, just whatever you have is whatever you're going to incorporate. I have a little plant. I have this little bird. Okay, these are little small parts. So if I wanted to incorporate some flowery bits, I could put my flowers down here. And then can add me a little bird up top, which my bird very much blends with the color. But you could put your little bird, put you another little plant. You could put your little coffee sign up there. And I don't know where the other bird is. I think my husband packed it because he was like, oh, it's Christmas. It is not a Christmas bird. He's like, well, I thought it was a Christmas bird. So I'm pretty sure the other one of these is packed. These are actually a wood cutout kit from the shop. They're the decor birds, or I think they're called the decor birds. And then, see, like I also have this white version of the salt and pepper. And I've got like the fresh cider. If I come around, I've got the little, I've got the gnomes. So you could layer those in. Like if you wanted to stick you a little gnome in the middle, add you a little coffee house sign. And then stick you a little plant up here. You could do that too. There's so much versatility. Yeah, the bird is really fun. These were a lot of fun to make. I kind of like the really antique-y vintage style, and so this was just really fun. So, I mean, how cute is this? And then you've got your little shelf kind of back here if you wanted to do it with some little trinkets and little fun bits. Just a lot of fun. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that. It's not for everyone. I know you can get the shelves, like tier tray shelves and stuff at like other stores. It really just varies on like what you want to, like what your style is. Do you like to craft your own things? I love to craft my own things. So that's why the business that I have is like perfect. I'm like, let's paint all the things. So, yeah, I just feel like it's whatever, you know, if you want to get the shelf, you can get the shelf. If you don't, that's okay too. But that one was requested. I was not going to do this. It doesn't have the opening. So we did the little window one. There's a little window that has the circle, and I'm going to tell you, hold on. So we have the other window base that's got the little cupped out area, and it's got the spot for your sign, and it's got the little circle that your little piece goes in. This is a different version from that designer that you can incorporate with those inserts. So I wasn't going to do this, but someone was like, hey, I really want that. Can you cut it? And I was like, yes, I'll go ahead and do that for you. So I went ahead and did it, put it in the shop, and a bunch of you guys also got this one. So it doesn't have to go with those inserts though. As you see, I didn't use a single one of them, and it's really cute. It's really cute. I live in Rankin. I am near Savannah, Georgia. So I live down by the water, but we don't live right on the coast. We live a little more inland. Let me show you. I'm just going to leave it like this for right now. I'll take a picture of it. I'll show you guys how it ends up. But I'm going to leave that just kind of like that for right this second. And I'm going to go with that. And I like it. So it was messy. Let me show you my mess. This is my mess. It's a little gross. I'm going to clean it up. It'll be fine. I couldn't choose between the two, so I ended up with both. Laura, you do such cute stuff. You really do. You guys do such cute stuff. But, so just in case you guys jumped on late, we'll probably have a baby this week. Probably, maybe Thursday. I don't know for sure. She goes in either Wednesday or Thursday. I don't even know for sure. But my daughter-in-law, is pregnant. She's also my assistant. She really thinks that she's going to have a baby on Thursday and like be back to work on Monday. She did it with Riley, and I don't even know what the heck is like, girl, just don't. Just don't. Also, we have mostly caught up all the orders. The post office, for whatever reason, is still just giving us fits. We have some people's orders that are just sitting like, it says it's sitting in Jacksonville, just waiting to move. And then it's like the next day it arrives at their house. So I don't know what's going on with the post office. We have been asking, like they have been scanning our manifest. It's a manifest that we give them of every package we're dropping off. They scan one barcode and it's supposed to process all of them. I don't know if their system's not working, but y'all, everything is like really caught up, and we're doing our absolute best. So that seems to be happening for over a month with the United States Postal Service. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It really is. So it's just kind of out of our hands, but thanks you guys for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed our craft tonight, and we had a great time. Good conversation. Y'all be blessed and enjoy your week. It's going to be a great week. I just know it. Just know it. And Oh, thank you. Thanks, you guys. You guys are the best. So y'all be blessed, and I will see you guys next time. I'll take a picture. I'll show you all the texture and the details so you can admire it just like I do, for those of you who appreciate that stuff. And then I have some other stuff. Like I said, we're working on, I'm going to probably do the churches maybe tomorrow. And then we're going to start rolling out summer. I know y'all are like, it's spring. We have to get ahead of it because y'all, we've dropped spring. Spring's been in the shop for a minute. If you want to get it, craft it. There is no sense of urgency, but people like to get their stuff ahead of time so that they can craft their summer stuff in the spring. That way they have it for the summertime. We're also going to be getting ready for Christmas in July. I know it is not even pool season, but we have got to be ahead. We've got to start cutting this stuff. We've got to start getting our inventory ready. So, we're probably not going to release any more like spring things, maybe a few stuff. I have a few test things that I have to finish putting together. It'll probably be our final release. And then we're going to go into like April is going to be like summer, patriotic. We're going to work on some everyday things. And we're going to start getting ready for Christmas in July. And then we're going to be doing I don't know if it'll probably be a summer, like, we call them one-time boxes. It's like in case you don't get our monthly box and you want to get the surprise box, it will be a surprise. It'll be a surprise box. We do those a couple times a year just to kind of give people a sense of like how our monthly box works. The box will not be available to the public unless you get it for that event. And that's the way that our monthly box is. Our monthly box is called the Crafty Crate, and you do not get access to what that box is for 1 year. So we're getting ready to update the website with last year's designs. Like the picture with the flowers in it, we just did that this month. You won't be able to get it until next year. So we get a lot of people that do enjoy our past boxes. They don't want to be a subscriber, which is fine. But we do like that our monthly box is a surprise. It's a design that I make. It is an exclusive thing to people who subscribe, and they get it for a year in advance. And then we go on to the next thing. It's a lot of fun. And we haven't done that in a while. So we want to do something that's like a one-time special like event. It's online. It's in person. It's not in person, but you get to have that fun experience without being a subscriber. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure that you're on our email list so that we can send you that information, because we're going to let the people who have our email, that get our emails, we're going to let them know first. We will let our current subscribers know if they also want to get that same box. It is not going to be part of a subscription, but it will be something they can get. And then you need to make sure that you snag it, because we're only going to make a very, very limited amount. We used to make 400 and 500 boxes, and I just really feel like I don't want to focus on the quantity. I want to focus on the quality of like what we're sending. And really that's just basically it. So I really don't want to there just won't be as many. Plus, we have a hard enough time trying to cut the monthly box, but I know that everyone looks forward to it. So it's just going to be a fun little thing. And I hope you guys, look forward to that. So be on the lookout for that. And hopefully, one day this week, maybe Thursday or Friday, we have a baby. If not, I mean, I'm surprised. Y'all, I'm surprised that she has not had that baby. You sent me an email. You hope I got it. I will go look. Marsha, you are so sweet. You are so sweet. I think our monthly box is absolutely phenomenal. What you get for our box for $38, like the design and your shipping is included and it's exclusive to you, and you get like, it's just, and I give you like a bonus printable. I just feel like it's just a lot of fun. Each box varies. So like, April is a tier tray box. I'm not telling you what it is other than it's a tier tray box. The theme is, it's very cute. Okay. It's very cute. I think those are great little hints. It's so much fun. That box, I think we have maybe 10 extra boxes. I'd have to double check tomorrow. I think there's 10. If you go to the shop and it doesn't say sold out, then we still have a few left. But that box will ship out on Friday. So Friday, we're mailing that box. And then our craft night is like 3rd week of April, I believe. And then I've already started cutting the May box. The May box is so much fun. It'll have a piece of rope in there. I don't know how else to give you like a hint, but it's so cute. I spent an entire day designing it and it's so much fun. But yeah, like our monthly boxes are just a lot of fun. So the picture, I'm going to take it over here so I can show you guys. So this is our picture. And it's got like the little easel back on it. This was inspired by this guy right here. So that's the actual picture. And you can see the difference in like what I did to change it up just a little bit. So that's the picture. I made it wider, I made it shorter, and then everywhere there was one of these flowers, I changed it with a different kind of wildflower. That was really cute. So it's the same picture, same stems, different flowers, different background. I was inspired by this picture here when I did this design, and I think it's so cute. And so if you had these, you could pair them together if you wanted to, in like a little collection. So I did this. Okay, it's April 18th. Okay. And then that is the March box. So this is March box. And then February are those over there. Let me show you. February is this one. This was so much fun. And they got different stands. I used the big stand, but they got 2 different stands so they could separate their houses if they wanted to. Like, how stinking cute are those? This door here, I kept telling everyone, it's got little bits incorporated from other designs. So that door is our screen door. Oh, the house is a mess right now. You should see my kitchen counter because I'm crafting from the kitchen counter right now. But this door is our screen door. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There it is. Okay, let me turn my light on. There we go. I have all of our mail sitting here on the counter. Y'all, it's just a mess. But there's our screen door. And this, I shrunk it down. And that is how we got the door on this one. Cute, right? That tree is from our fall box from a few months back. I believe in October. That Adirondack chair is from a summer kit. Cute, cute, cute. So these, so I thought this is really fun. I thought it was really fun, and I'm not a designer. So I'm trying to like find ways to like incorporate other like elements of like hints of things of like, did you recognize the door? It's from the so-and-so. By the way, did you recognize the picture? It's from this other thing. Like trying to incorporate those fun aspects. So, and then I wanted to do an enamel wear finish on the picture. Let me go put this back. Yeah, our laundry room has brick floors. It's got a brick floor. And that's like goes to outside. And then there's like there's like these two doors that close off. We still have laundry sitting here. These two doors close off from the laundry area. Like that's our garage. This is where like all of the like cleaning stuff is, and this cabinet. Of course, my house is not finished because, you know, hashtag our builder. Our builder, our kitchen island is blue. If you guys have not seen the house, like I've given a whole entire tour. This is the opening that goes into the living space. There's our pantry, which also has those same matching doors. There's our little bunny that we did on that cardboard that day. So we have the same doors in the kitchen that go out to the laundry. And then we have, this is the room. Y'all don't even want to see that room. That is the girls' playroom under the stairs. And it is an absolute disaster. When I say it's a disaster, I don't even get me started. Don't even like get me started with that room. Bug had her little bluey Jeep in here. And her bowl is over there. But this is like the entry. Got a bathroom, my grandmother's clock. I've got to wind it. So it's got to get wound again, but I just forget. And then all of this, I didn't do it this weekend. I was going to. I've got to go through and pull out like the St. Patrick's Day stuff that I'm not going to keep out. Probably go ahead and pull off Easter and start incorporating in some summer stuff, getting out patriotic. And then the same kind of over here, like pulling spring stuff and start putting in like the summer stuff. So thank you. And then we have a whole little like outdoor area. The lights are tied up right now. The guys were out here they watched this One Piece show, and so there was like a bunch of them out here earlier, so they've got the furniture moved and they didn't put it back. But yeah, we got our lights tied up like little curtains. When we get storms that come through, they blow, and so we don't want them to come down. But yeah, it's so super magical out here. It is a lot of fun. You could totally do it. I'm telling you right now, I didn't do it overnight. It took a lot of like sitting down and like sketching and planning and thinking back to other houses that we've had. Like up there, that brick casing goes all the way around. We've got those beams in the ceiling. The dog's over there. Yeah, so it definitely was not something that happened overnight. I went through many floor plans and looked at like different ways that they were done. I thought about like, how do we use our house? What would we want? What we want different? What we want extra of? And we definitely just wanted to make sure that we had more space. Space was number one. Like walkways, like this is a larger walkway. There's our refrigerator, the larger walkway here. And then like this is, the rug is, when the girls come, they ride their little cars through here. And so they move stuff around, but like making sure we had like space to like get through and gather. I wish I would have made this opening a little bit bigger, which that room in there is going to get changed once my other building is completed, because all my paint's in the laundry room. Y'all, oh, I was going to show you guys before she gets back. Let me show you. Let me show you. I told y'all I would show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Oh, there it is. So this is my mother-in-law's space. There's nothing on the walls. She has this like shade that blocks the sun. We have not, y'all, I've still not even ordered our custom blinds. Just haven't done it. But this was in my grandma's bedroom. This was her dresser. That was the TV that she had borrowed from us. So my mother-in-law's been using a TV without a stand. So this is my rug from the craft room. So it's still in here. This was her chair. And so we got this chair from my dad, put it in here. We gave her her own little space. So she has her own private area. That is a cabinet from IKEA. It used to be in our room. And then these are the little stands that were in my grandma's room. And so I'm like, you know what? It's just enough. Those are her cups, by the way, that I got her. So this is her space. And then she's got her own closet. And then this goes into the laundry, or not the laundry, the dining room. So April's room is right there. And then the dining room is there, back porch is there, and like this is her space. So that was my grandma's dresser. So yeah, this is her little area. Got a little plant back there, and yeah, that chair powers, and it's got like a USB port on it. It's super nice. It's super nice. I've sat in it. I had to sit in it to set up her TV. So yeah. So anyways, I probably will not invade her space again, but she's not back from, she went to go visit her mom and her family. And so when she goes, she'll go for like sometimes 2 weeks, a month. She'll be gone for a while and then she'll like come back. But yeah, so we did that. And yeah, that's basically it. So anyways, I'm tired. She's going to love that. Yeah. I am super tired. We have a really long day tomorrow. It's Monday, which if you guys don't know what Monday means, it means it's back to the grind. I try not to go to the warehouse on the weekends. So I've been home all weekend. It's been really nice and I've enjoyed it. So back to work tomorrow. So y'all be blessed. Go check the link in the description if you want to get that kit that we did tonight, which is this one right here, that shelf. So if you want to get that, go check the link. And then we will have Easter go on, what's left go into clearance. If you want to get any Easter stuff, you need to go grab it. When it goes into the clearance, we will let you know in an email. I don't know if we're going to do an end of the month sale this month. It'll probably just be the last day. It'll be like kind of like a pop-up, but we've been doing the March Madness. And that's been a lot of fun. And if we do a end of the month sale, we'll let you guys know. So thanks again. Y'all be blessed, and I will see you guys next time.